What's ML? Oh, okay, media library. All right. Are we streaming? Flick stream. No current live streams. I think we're streaming. Are we streaming? It says we're live. I see me. All right, we are live. We are live, and we are currently doing our game engine due diligence testing, making a very, very basic piece of the game and trying out some engines and seeing if any of them are going to be good for us. Hey, BZ. And we're currently in Godot, and we've gotten underway a little bit. Daisy trains. So the goal was to just make a little train track builder so we can build the first level or just something very simple and make a train go around the track in 3D, and then maybe scale it up and see how many it can handle. And this is what we're working with. It's beautiful. Where did we get to? We can cycle through build modes. We can lay down pieces of track. We can scroll through them with the mouse wheel. We can build them, and then we can put a train down and it will move along the current piece of track, and then we'll print all this stuff out, which was here. So we're just hacking together some code, Godot. With GD scripts, getting to know, well, not really getting to, just practicing a little bit of GD script, not doing anything super smart or anything. We're just kind of hacking it together. So far, so good. We're live and direct. So the thing we wanted to try and do is get the next cell here. So we've got the, this is where, so we've got the coordinate, I guess we've got the direction. How do we know which way we're facing? Does this path follow have some sort of how can we figure out what way we're going? I guess we kind of, if we knew which way we were coming from. What if we had a little, just a test in onReady var ready var direction, which we want to be a whoa, tabs and spaces. Okay. Could I do this with spaces? Maybe a vector to I. And then we can, I guess once we put the train down, so this is make a train. We don't really, we're doing this every frame, we're getting this and we're reparenting it. So we should do this when we put the train down. So we could go and we have a current coordinate, current grid coordinate. Okay, so we don't need that line. So we'll go val grid manager dot current grid coordinate as a rail cell. Okay. Can we do like this? Rail cell? And not have this? We'll try it. And then we will live train engine dot reparent to the path follow. We will print this just to see. So that happens on build. And then we can also store maybe the... Oh, these are on ready. Sorry, I want this to be an export just so I can see it maybe. Not that it's very helpful to see. Var current rail segment is a rail cell, perhaps. Current rail segment equals live train engine rail dot path to follow. So what's rail is not, oh, sorry. Morning. Kia ora, kia ora, kia ora. Whoa, that was a big one. How you going? Current rail segment, reparented the diesel engine, and then current rail segment, current rail segment, current rail segment. So this is just moving the train along the current rail segment. We'll make it nice and slow just so we can see it. Working on profile stats. Oh yeah, true. You're ahead of me. You're ahead of time. Okay. Invalid access to property or key 0, -1, -1 on base object of type dictionary. Current rail segment equals rail manager dot rail tiles. So rail tiles current grid coordinate. Can I debug this? Can I see anything? So that is a valid coordinate, but the rail tiles invalid access. I don't know what that means. Last time we did this, var coordinate equals grid manager dot current grid coordinate. Did we? I've already forgotten. Profile stats. Okay. Coordinate is 0, -0. Rail tiles I cannot see. Can we go to main rail manager? Rail tiles has a dictionary is 0, 0, -1. So that grid coordinate is wrong. So instead we're going to go get coordinate of the world position live train engine. That's how we did it last time. Should be vector 3 dot position. Is that how we did it last time? I now I've already forgotten. Okay, that works. And now it moves across the thing, gets to the end, and then this is supposed to be get next cell. So the direction stats, profile, and saving. How did I do saving in potions? I think it was just making a bunch of structs of data and then serializing them. It's pretty easy in Unity, to just serialize your data. Can I make this like... I don't know how loud it is. 2% seems low. Oh, I think I can control it with this. So this printing is not helpful. Where is this printing coming from? Am I doing it on the grid manager? Who's printing this? I remember writing a print somewhere. I don't even know where my scripts are. Progress ratio. That doesn't need to happen. Grid manager, print, current block type. Building manager, ah man. Where's that print coming from? Can you tell me where it comes from? 91, but where did it come from? There's only like 4 scripts in the whole scene. One of them must be printing. Print, grid map, get. So it's like a print on the... Must be in here. Sir. Oh, did I not put... Where's building manager? Oh, it's in there. Is it in building manager? Print build mode. No. I am printing the curve. Man, this is... Is it this F block type? No, that's not. That's just when we're doing that. Is there a... Did I make a train script or something? Train doesn't even control itself. Oh, did I delete it? Okay, cool. So we still need to get the direction. Now we need to figure out the direction, question mark. For getting next cell. So we could say current rail segment dot path 3D dot, and what can we access on that? The curve dot get baked points returns some crazy thing. Get point in, get point out. What does that do? Look up symbol. Yo, Igor, what's up? What's up? I only just noticed it was UA that was one of the comments that said to not use the art on the, to use just the basic shapes. Position of the control point leading to the vertex IDX. Can't watch streams live, but I watched them in background at work. Oh, do you watch them retroactively? That's cool. The return position is relative to the vertex index. Does IDX mean index? If the index is out of bound, the function sends an error. Okay, so we get the point in. Okay, so that's basically, if there's only 2 points on a rail cell, we can get the point, turns to the position of the control point leading out of the vertex. So this thing has a curve and it has position. It's this top one, so it's position get point in of index 0. So we could say var in point equals, and we'll do like that and make, I guess it's a vector 3. Get point in of index 0. Var out with wood parts on rail instead of rails laying on the wood planks. I did fix it. I think I fixed it. Yeah. Sorry. Please just this is for speed and excuses. ABZ. Hello. Yeah, I do that. I tunnel vision on things and go. Just gotta get it done. Like overlook like really basic details. Oh, BG. Yeah, BG. We need an art department. Vector. I don't know whether I like spaces there. Equals current rail segment dot path 3D dot curve dot get point in 1, and then we can print in point and print out point and push play. So if we put that there and we put a train there, we get 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Squeeze me? Okay, maybe it's out. What if I put a one there? Okay, it gives me 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Radical. Super helpful. Alright, man. Enjoy the stream in the future. That will be in the past. What am I missing here? Returns a position at the control point, leading control point. Is that what I want? I do kind of want the control point. Function sends an error to the console and returns 0, 0, 0. Did I get any errors? Have I got this stacked thing on? Copy selection. Oh, that's unstack. I didn't get an error. What if we try it and we get like a point that doesn't exist? It's still giving 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Is this 0, 1, 2, 3 then? Whatever it is, it shouldn't be 0, 0, 0. Is there some issue where it's like... print current, oh, let's just do this. Print current rail segment dot path 3D dot curve dot get baked points. It's kind of cool to have a print function where you can just print whatever you want. Okay, so those are the baked points. And I don't know, these must be the intermediate points. I don't know what makes them, you don't see them. But we kind of want this one. What if I was to do like a curved one and see what it outputs? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. What if I was to do like dot, can I just go points? Dot end? Does it have a thing like that? Can't just, what you can do is go curve points equals current rail segment dot path 3D dot get baked dot curve dot get baked points. Oh, does path 3D have some sort of better lookup symbol? Curve, all it is get curve and set curve. Doesn't really help. Dun, da, 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 da. Bam, ba, dum, bam, bam. So we can say endpoint equals curve points, and let's make this a packed vector 3 array, because that's what it is, I believe. Dot, can we get like, is there a thing called back size? Maybe size -1. Oh, sorry, this would be 0.0. And this could be curve points dot size -1. Oh, sorry. Curve points dot size -1. And print that. See what we get. Okay, we got the in point and the out point. And then we can go var direction equals in point minus out point. Print direction. This is how it works. Direction, we're going -1 on the Z. So we're going down the Z axis. Is that right? If we look at our 3D and we move the rail manager as a transform, move it down, this, it is going up the Z axis, coming this way. Oh, but which way is the camera facing? Yeah, it's going, this is the positive Z axis. So is that backwards? Should this be out point minus in point? Basics. Okay, now it's going on the positive Z axis. Okay, cool. So once we've got that, we could just, once it gets to the end, maybe we can just say that the current direction, is that what I called the thing? That's just direction. This can just be called train direction. Okay, that's better. And it should be, I'm so used to working in vector 2s. Vector 3. Let's make it a vector 3 for ease. Okay, nice. Figure out the direction for getting next up. Okay, that kind of works. So get the next cell. I guess what we want to do is var coordinate equals grid manager dot get coordinate of the, what did I call it? Live train dot position. Live train is not declared. What is it called then? Live train engine. Come on, man. How do anyone know how I like find and replace in this mother flipper? Var coordinate is that, and then var, I guess we could go next coordinate. Oh, we'll just get the coordinate, and then we'll go var next coordinate equals coordinate plus current direction, train direction. Is that you snoring, Biscu? The red jacket. Yeah, the old washing line back there. Yeah, it is someone just peeking around the corner. So we cannot. So this is a vector 3i. Can we cast in this language? Can we do it like this? Oh, sorry, coordinate is the vector 3i. Oh, maybe we could do like this. Is this how you cast in this language? Yes. And once we have the next coordinate, I guess we can get the next piece of rail. Which is, how did we get it? Here, current rail segment equals rail manager tiles coordinate as rail cell. So that could be a nice little function called get tile. Maybe we'll do that. Rail manager func get rail cell at a coordinate which is a vector 3i maybe, and return a rail cell, and we say if rail tiles dot has the coordinate, which are these coordinates vector 3s or vector 3i's? They're probably okay. If it has it, return rail tiles coordinate tiles ding dong, else can we do like this, return null. Seems to be a thing. We'll test it up here. Current rail segment equals rail manager dot get rail cell at the coordinate. We're using that. That worked. Lovely. D. Okay, so we say var next rail cell equals rail manager dot get rail cell at the next coordinate. If next rail cell equals null, print we're running out of track. Else I don't like being close to the bottom. Next rail cell dot type, maybe, I don't know. Track, let's just go track found ahead, sir. So we should do that and go, we're running out of track. It stopped printing we're running out of track, but it didn't print we found track ahead, sir. Track found ahead, sir. Okay, so it doesn't seem to carry on, but anyway, this is no track. I like this music. It's a bit of Daisy Trains ahead. Else track found. We can say that the current rail segment equals next rail cell Turn it up. Yeah, yep. And we can also say that the current rail segment dot path follow through. I just thought of a major issue with this whole system. Equals 0.0. I thought of a major issue with this. What happened? Oh. I broke something. Oh, and we need to reparent the diesel engine. Live train engine dot reparent to the current rail segment dot path follow 3D. Major issue, major concern. Oh, we're running out of track. It didn't find a rail cell. Ooh. Okay. Oh, it went. Is the direction wrong? Interesting. It never says. Oh, okay. So I guess this is still in the correct space. But what happens if we put a curved track down? I don't even know which way these go. We're running out of track. Okay. Oh no, the wrong one. Oh yeah, I was watching the Valve doco on Half-Life 2, and this song, or one of the other songs from my space game videos, was real quiet in the background. It was one of these Nine Moon songs. I was like, wait a second, that progression sounds familiar. And yeah, they had used one of the same tracks. Game dev soundtrack. So why? I think the way we're getting these get coordinates is based on like the train position, where it should be based on the... Does the rail cell itself... Let's just have a var grid coordinate, which is of type vector3i, and when we make a rail cell on the rail manager, the grid manager, so this update grid thing is actually not doing anything. All it's doing is, I guess, it is kind of helpful. I guess we can say on the rail manager, when we create rail, coordinate equals grid manager to get coordinate of the grid manager current build position. but the grid manager has a current grid coordinate. So we could just say the current grid coordinate. Let's just see if that doesn't break things. Seems good. And then we make the tile. So this is copy the rail cell into the dictionary. And this is instantiate. This isn't really instantiate. This is add new rail cell. I guess we can set its variables here, and we can, so we made the type, and we go rail cell dot grid coordinate equals grid manager dot. Have we already got the coordinate? We've already got it. We can just say coordinate. That way we can just straight up get the coordinates from the rail cell in the train manager. We don't have to do this. Coordinate equals oh. If action is pressed, where are we? What's our ground truth for the coordinate? Current rail segment, blah de blah. Where's our little, if building manager build mode, ba-da-da. Grid manager dot current build position. Yeah, we're gonna skip train life 1 and 2 and go straight to 3. That's the real way you make waves in the industry. Because everyone wants Half-Life 3, don't they? You don't hear them asking for 1 and 2. So I think we should go for Daisy Trains 3. What was I doing again? Okay, coordinate. We don't want to do that. Diesel engine. Okay, coordinate equals grid manager dot. I guess this is the, are we storing this all over the place? We're not. Train manager, grid manager dot current grid coordinate. Rail manager get rail cell at the coordinate. That's cool. And then when we current rail segment, blah de blah, the next coordinate, grid manager dot get coordinate, and we want to just get the coordinate of the current rail segment dot coordinate. Grid coordinate. Yeah, that might be better. So it does this, and it says we're running out of track. But if we do this and this, we're running out of track. Okay. Please, sir. We don't need to get the coordinate. It is just the current rail segment dot coordinate. We're running out of track. Why though? Rail cell. So on rail manager, we made the rail cell, we set the coordinate, which is the current grid coordinate. When we click the button, that happened. If the rail has coordinate, return the rail grid coordinate, rail of the coordinate, coordinate. Why did we get that again? This is just a dead line, I think. Oh, we were just checking that it still worked. In Train Manager, if it's not the building mode, let's just have a func building mode. I don't know. Returns void. I don't know if you need to do this. So we'll just copy this into building mode. And we'll just do building mode. So that way the train will still run even if we're not on building mode. Okay, so we're still running out of track. So the coordinate is the current rail segment dot grid coordinate. Let's print these. Print coordinate. So I can go here and say, yeah, we're at, I don't know why it's looking like that, but current coordinate is 0, 0, 0. Dun 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 dun. It's a little bit fucking epic, isn't it? Why is this coordinate 0, 0, 0? Did we actually build one on 0, 0, 0? I don't think so. It is 0, 0, 0 though. We're not setting it properly. Grid coordinate equals coordinate. Let's put a breakpoint there, make sure we're doing it. Coordinate equals 1. Oh, did I do something strange? Rail cell. Add child new rail. What is this rail cell? What did I do here? Var rail. Am I not? What is new rail? Am I not setting any of this? New rail. Dot. What is new rail? A rail cell. But what are we? We're setting the new rail? Should this be rail cell? I think this might actually break the whole system. Current rail, okay. Maybe that wasn't quite right. So rail cell, and this has this script on it. So what is new rail? New rail is an instantiated something. But what is it? New rail is null. Now new rail is null. So new rail equals just a number. So this is just an ID. So do we need to get the new rail equals new rail dot, how do you, as rail cell? Is this a thing? So the rail cell dot type. Can I change these to new rail dot type? Is this going to break the game? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Oh. Why did it only go halfway? Okay, so you can just straight away grab can I go print new rail dot coordinate? Invalid access. So we can set it, but then we cannot. Oh, I put the wrong thing. My bad. Reload. Okay, so it is printing something. Can we do something crazy like this is get the current rail, so this is just move the train along the segment, and I want to debug draw 3D dot draw arrow at from train live train engine dot position to the train direction times 100 or times 10. I don't know, that might make it a long arrow. Color dot aquamarine. Will this happen? Okay. What is this? Why is that the... Why is it getting longer? Global position? Okay. And the direction is... can we do this? Live train engine dot global position plus train direction. Is it gonna yell at me for having indents? Okay, so the direction seems okay. Interesting. So it is, I feel like it's going to the next cell. And then it's starting halfway, like it's putting itself in the wrong position. So if I look at diesel engine, I mean the diesel engine transform is 0, 0, 0. The transform here is slightly off the ground. And the scale is funny, but why though? We kind of need to do more debug drawing. So let's also debug draw 3D dot draw sphere at the. Do we store these in points and out points? Let's just do all that. Let's play var endpoint is a vector 3, var out point is a vector 3. Oh, what is the, how do you, endpoint, we don't need to invent this, equals curve points, curve point, da 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 da, draw the sphere at the end point, make the radius 0.05. The color dot green, or some green yellow, lawn green, and then also draw one at the out point, color dot orange coral. Lovely. Okay, so those are completely wrong. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense why those are wrong. So they are local position. Dot to, can we to global this? No. There is no such thing as to global. To, there's one called to local, isn't there? No. I guess we want to get the current rail segment dot global position plus the curve points 0. Okay, that put it in the right spot. Man, Visual Debug, like that thing, that this debug draw 3D is just a little asset library thing. I went up here and I went debug. Actually, I've used it before, but this debug draw 3D, you can draw these shapes and stuff. Man, that's a winner. Always visually debug. Okay. So it doesn't seem to be, it does seem to be, okay, this could be, current rail segment. Do we not set the current rail segment? Did I not? Current rail segment equals next rail segment. Current path followed equals 0. Live train engine. And let's set these again. Endpoint equals, we'll do these again. Oh, you don't like that? Oh, we got to get the curve. Okay, it's doing, okay, it's moving along the track and it's getting the next piece, but there's some offset issue where it's like the train engine live train engine dot position equals vector 3.0. Is that going to do anything? Is this thing actually updating the position of the train? Oh, there it goes. Smooth as silk. We're running out of track. Okay, it'll just stop. We don't need to print. We're running out of track. Pass. Yeah, debug. Unity's got debug, draw gizmos and whatnot. But then it's kind of a pain. Like you need another function on draw gizmos, and you need to hook into it that way. That's what I love about Raylib is you just go draw a thing, do it. Put my even text and stuff. Ooh. So this, if you try and put it down on a non-rail, we need to just check that. if current rail segment equals null, return. That way we can't just put trains down on nothing. So do we have the ability? Wow. It's fucking sliding out, dog. Why does it do that though? Oh, okay, the direction's all wrong. Because of the rotation. It's funny though, look at that. Perfect. Three-dimensional. Yeah. Okay, so we need to take in to account the rotation of that arrow is so chonky. We need to take into account the rotation. This feels just like the game jam all over again, but in a different program, trying to do the same thing. Func get in and get in out points. Don't know why this is in train manager, but so we start with this, and we can just, this returns, this set. This is set in and out points. We get the curve, we chuck it in, we do the mother flipper, we flip it up. So this is going to be set in out points. Starting to get used to the snake case. I was a snake case hater. Set in and out points. So this should get the same result. One of these things okay, so it doesn't account for the rotation. They're gonna have some handy feature to like end point, and then we go in point equals rotate toward vector 3 dot rotate rotate toward endpoint dot is there a rotate? Rotated. What is rotated? Lookup symbol. Returns the result of rotating this vector around a given axis by angle. The axis must be a normalized vector. Okay, so that could be vector 3 dot up, and the angle equals the current rail segment dot global rotation degrees dot y. Endpoint equals dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. How does that work? Perfect. That wasn't quite it. That wasn't quite it. So we got the position it's in, but we need to also rotate it. I thought that's what I was doing. Point dot rotate. Oh, there's a direction too. So vector 3 doesn't have a rotate function. Rotate toward, from, lookup symbol, rotates from toward by the delta amount, will not go past 2. Okay, that's not what we really want. Oh, there's something about current rail segment. What is it? Basis dot y is a vector 3. It isn't a vector 3, sir. It isn't a vector 3. Dot basis global rotate. That's what we tried. Rotation degrees dot y. I still don't think this is right. No. Rotation dot y. Oops. Oh, they're not even on the same screen. Rotation, not my strong suit. Oh, that's rotated. So what if we just do plus equal? Ooh, absolutely not. This is where my math fails me. We got the global position of where the points would be. Can't we get a little... maybe I'll ask the god. Okay, I have a Godot node that has a curve 3D. I am getting the in and out points of the curve correctly, but need to factor in the rotation of the objects of the parent. Oh, is that what it is? But current rail segment is the thing that's rotated, right? It's the thing that's rotated when we make a rail. We're actually global rotation degrees. Can we just print current rail segment dot global rotation degrees, and just see what happens. 0, -90, 0. So that seems right. We just want to rotate around, rotate towards, and this takes in a float. So we want in point dot y to current, I don't think this is going to work, rail segment dot global rotation degrees dot y. These are, what do you call it? These points are, well, they're in global space. Maybe we need to do this rotation. We need to rotate around. Maybe I do carry on asking. Rotation of the parent node. Do you get me? Local to the node. To account for the rotation of the parent node or the global transform, you will need to transform these local points into the global space. Global transform of the node, get the transfer, yes. Use the xform function to apply the node's global transform to the local positions. Calculate the final points. I don't need to get all of them. Point equals get point position. I, in point, point plus local in control point. Global point equals xform. Ding, ding, ding. I don't need all of this. I need... Alright, actually. Global transform. So we could start doing this. Could we get the same result by saying global transform dot, what is it? From dot xform. Is that even a thing? This isn't even the thing. Do you not know Godot very well, or saying, or do I not know? What does this extend? I mean, this extends, oh, this node 3D. On transforms 3D. Global transform dot xform dot looking at yeah, you don't know what you're talking about there, laddie. Oh, this. Okay, so that is good when we do this, but not so good when we do this. Do I even bother with this? I think your data is weird. There is no xform in Godot 4. Thanks. Xform was removed in Godot 4. I'm absolutely correct. Actually, stop. Okay. All I need is to transform one point from local space to global space based on the parent position and rotation. Dun, dun, dun. Global don't say xform again. Local point transform.basis.xform. I've been here before. So let's go in point equals global transform.basis.xform. That doesn't exist either. Dot what? Rotated. There is no xform. Godot for transform local to parent global. Okay, no code there. Transform direction to, what's it between world? Setting a transform position relative to another. Bloody blah. Godot node system. Blah blah. No actual code. Set parents transform. Where's local rotate? Changing the global transform. Oh god, I feel like this music is apt. There's gonna be like a one-line function that does this. Local to global transforms. Local rotation into global rotation. Using 3D transforms. Euler angles. Yep. Say no to Euler angles. Oh, we're on 3.3. Nice. Godot for 3D transform. Using 3D transform. Same stuff. Vector 3, yes. Manipulating. Transform.basis. Transform basis equals transform.basis rotated. What? Rotate. Rotate the transform around. Did we try this already? Rotate. I think we did this. Current rail segment dot global rotation degrees dot y. We did this. Come on, man. What's the problem? Returns void. Oh, it's just rotate. What am I? Sorry. What does rotate do? Rotate this transform. Rotate actually rotates this transform. I don't want to do that. Rotate object local. I don't really want to do that either. Just get the op. Yeah. So there's the rail segment. Can we do this whole thing? Transform. Is there a thing called transform? 3D dot transform dot current rail segment dot transform dot basis dot Oh gosh. This would be this kind of stuff that would suck in doing this manually. Is that an actual thing? There must be a function that just takes a local vector and gives you back dot interpolate inverse rotated local axis vector 3 up dot up. That's not right. Is it basis again? From the Euler get rotated. What does this do? Returns this basis rotated around the given axis. Okay. Current rail segment, so we'll just do this here again. And then go in point equals current rail segment dot transform. What's global transform dot basis dot, what's the difference? Rotated on vector 3 dot up, and the angle is current rail segment dot global rotation degrees dot y. So this gives back a basis. Seems like a lot. Basis cannot be assigned to a vector 3. What is a basis? Basis of this transform. Okay, it is composed of 3 axes: basis x, basis y, and basis z. Together they represent the transforms, rotation, scale, and shear. Oh man. Transform 3D rotated. This gives back transforms. Okay, I needed more research, evidently. Setting information. Okay, there is no X form in basis in Godot 4. You're absolutely right again. We've gone into, we've reached the bottom of the barrel. Assuming local point is local in space, global point equals global transform dot X form. There is no X form. So it doesn't know, essentially. It doesn't know. Godot for get local point rotated. Position 2D, you want to rotate this around the parent without rotating. What? You can use this to set the Y value to a fixed number. Rotate object local. Local rotation. Everyone needs help with local rotation. Rotation degrees. Am I just stuck at a... There's like a vector 2 rotate thing. But I guess there's... Where are the Godot specialists? Rotate. There is a rotate Y. What is this rotate Y? By current rail segment dot global rotation degrees dot Y. Cannot return because it returns void. So this needs a this is rotating a transform. There is no thing. Oh, that we were here, weren't we? Rotated. Vector 3 dot up and 90. What if we did it, we just do it like that. We just do a little cheeky rotation there. Out point. Okay, that didn't work. Didn't do anything. Oh, that's because we didn't actually set it. Point equals. Out point equals. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, kind of. Okay, that's 90. So this does, is this in radians? In radians. Okay, okay, okay. Is there a radian 2 degrees of 90? And I'm just using 90 because so this should, ooh, almost, but not quite. Let's just get the current rail segment dot global rotation degrees dot. Oh, okay, global rotation dot Y. Is that a thing? Is that in radians already? No, we'll get it in degrees dot Y. See what we get. Okay, it's still not right at all, or even close. But that is the true test. Current rail segment dot global position plus okay, that worked. Oh, kinda, not really. Okay, maybe we need to do it after the fact. This is quite discouraging. Not quite. Not quite. Why does radian to degrees not work? I don't know. That one works. Oh! That worked. And that worked. Wow. All it took was serious pain. Oh, all it took was serious pain. Okay, so it doesn't know quite how to get the next rail segment on a... because the direction is a little wrong. So that direction is correct, but it is not the direction we want. It's still kind of drifting, but in a cool way. Yeah. We did it. We did it! Well, we didn't quite do it, but we did a vector rotation. This little guy here. This is the kind of thing you do. You spend like an hour on it and then you forget it immediately. I'm going to notes. Get the local curve points. Rotate the local points around the rail Y rotation in radians. Then add the rail global position to the local rotated points. Dot, 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 dot. And then the direction we're calculating over here can be in here as well. And it's not as this thing. It's not that thing. It's not as simple as this. Not as simple as this. Must take into account diagonal directions. So if we go print direct train direction, we will get a which one's the train direction? Why am I printing so many things? Grid manager. Don't print this or this. So the train direction is... oh, something else is printing, isn't it? There's so much printing going on. Print coordinate. Okay, don't worry about that print right now. Okay. -0.5. So can we just straight up round these things? Train direction equals terrain direction dot normalized. Will that do it? What? Can we make this a vector 3i? How come that didn't do anything? Oh, is that just... Okay, it normalized it. Can we round this? That's why we have a vector 3i, I guess. It's gonna cause some problems. Plus vector 3. Oh, that's not how you cast. Okay, we've got no, it's 0, 0, 0, which is a little disconcerting. Okay, so when we set this, let's just say var direction of type vector 3 equals inPoint.outPoint, and we could go direction dot round. Oh, we can round a vector. Train direction equals direction. I mean, this is 0, 0, 0. Ceiling? Don't tell me there's a ceiling function on a vector. 0, 0, 0. Seems good. Let's make this a vector 3 again. Okay, so it's 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. So why is it sealed to 0.5? Direction equals... Oh, direction.seal, you need to set it. It's not a function that does it. Direction.round. Boom. 101. So we kind of just, all we want is the Y direction. I mean the Z direction. We only want 1 to be 1. So we need something a little more. Why did that result in not the train not moving? That time. I don't know. Let's just say that's too simple. Equals var direction. Not as simple as this. So if in point dot z is less than out point dot z, the direction is south. Simple as that. Direction equals vector2 dot down is down I don't know. What are the things? Up, down, left, right equals, oh, vector 3 dot forward. So let's see if that works. Perfect. Back. Is it? Okay, so that's the correct vector, but why does this, where is this train direction used? Next coordinate plus, yeah? Yeah? But just do the thing. If in point dot x is less than out point dot x, direction equals vector 3 dot left, else direction equals vector 3 dot back forward. But then I thought we were going forward along the thing. I don't know. Else direction equals vector 3 dot right. Okay. We'll try that. See where we get to. Okay. Interesting. The in point to the out point. So those are backwards. Right, left, there it goes. Let's just, when we place the current set in and out points, let's also current rail segment dot progress ratio equals 0. So I'll just start it at the beginning. Yeah, okay, so that's interesting. Elif okay. I don't know why that would be the case. I mean, it's broken, but it works. And it's trying to go out that way. So if we put like a rail piece going like that, it's going to do it. Wow, look at that. It's doing like, I don't know what it's doing, but it's bad. This is bad. Aleph, in point dot z is greater than out point dot z. This feels bad to do, but elif in point dot x is greater than out point dot x. In point. Re-roll it. Yeah, one majorly cool thing is that, okay, so I don't know why it's doing that. So these maybe are like not exact. 2, -5, out point. Maybe it's floating point thing. Absolute endpoint minus out point.z is greater than 0.001. So if there is a difference in z, then if point.z is less than out point.z, then the direction blah blah blah, else direction. Okay. There is a difference in z. If absolute of in point dot x minus out point dot x is greater than 0.001. I don't know how many. We'll just go 0.1. Let's just say 0.1. There is a difference in x, and then we can if, and then just else, I guess. Seems like there's a lot of thinking involved. Okay, that worked. Boom. Okay. Okay, so it actually kind of worked. I just had a feeling that these curve things were going the wrong way. So that doesn't work. -1, that is where we want that to be pointing. Why it doesn't go, I don't know. Okay. Why it did that, I don't know. Go back to 0, sir. Go back to 0. Did I not put that line in? Did I just not put that line in? Current rail segment dot path follow dot ratio equals 0.0. Okay, so it starts there, it draws this giant ugly arrow to show me the direction. It jumps because it's nice. And oh, yo, it's going. And this is a thing where the rail, corner rail, and we don't want cubic interpolation, do we? Linear. Cubic interpolation, okay. So will this smoothen things out? Ugh, why does it jump? That one was smooth. Okay. On the corner rail, I believe that this path 3D needs to face the other way, and now it's all broken. So this is 0. We'll just 0 this out. So we got that right. And that will create our curve at 0.5. So that's always going to go down. So the train goes along. Whoa, it's drifting. Oh, directional stuff. Okay, we can't do that, but all we're trying to do, the only goal really is to make a loop. Every time we flip these around, tricky trains, yeah, and we get them to do, it's like Tony Hawk's for trains. Okay, train goes along there. Don't know why it doesn't look the right way. Oh, it's on the track. Oh, that's because it's miscalculating the direction it needs to face. Perfect. So why did it fail there? Can this be an elif? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because it's going to, on the diagonal, they are quite different. So we don't actually know, when I click that thing so many times, it's actually rotating around in 360 degrees. So it's hard to know exactly which way the rail curve is facing. That works. I don't know why it doesn't look the right way. Then it goes down, and look, it's calculated down. And then it goes up because I rotated it the wrong way around. And then it goes... Perfect. So this is why the curves being on the rail cell themselves, they almost need to be calculated by the train. This is like one of those things where it's like, how did they actually do this kind of thing? Is the rail network, does it create a line of information? Do they know they're connected to each other, or does the train do this, like go segment by segment and try to figure out where to go next? Because it's doing everything that it should be doing. It's just that I rotated the rail pieces so the curves face the other way. But should the train be able to know what direction it's going in and then be able to flip the curve? Okay. So we could... This is where we need like pen and paper. We could... This is like, oh wow. Okay, thanks. Concepts. New drawing. No, thank you. This is where the rail, why would you ever? The rail piece like this, right, has a curve. Sorry, that's not a good rail. Rail has a curve, and it's like got 0.0 and 0.1. And we calculate the direction based on, we get 0 and 1, and it's like, okay, well, it's going that way. That's fine. But what we want to know is where we just came from. Say we came in this way, and this was a 1, and this was a 0. How do we know which way the curve is going? We only know that by what's the... I guess we could say if this point equals... If the distance to this point is greater than the distance to 0 to that point, or less than. If it's less than that, then flip the track. Flip. And flipping is just setting the in point to the out point and the out point to the in point. Right? Am I right? We'll find out. So we've got the, okay, we've got the, now check if the direction, and this is going to be interesting because the in point and the out point, we're going to also need to go forward or backwards based on that. Now check if the direction of the rail piece matches our direction. So we've got this train direction. Oh, okay, what we're going to do, say if vector 3 dot distance, that's not a thing, that's not how we do it. How do we do it? Distance. How do we check the distance of something? Vector 3 dot distance. Distance. Godot for get distance between two vector 3. Find distance between 2 points. Float distance 2. Objects. Okay, look at how complicated all this is. It's just like, how can I get the distance? Distance 2 function. But where is the distance 2 function? That doesn't seem like a function. Vector 2. Distance 2. Turns the distance between this vector and 2. Okay, so I guess we want train, live train engine dot position dot distance 2. The endpoint. Let's just get them. Let's get them var distance to endpoint equals live train engine dot position global position dot distance to endpoint. And then distance to out point. This is where you actually need to hire a programmer, eh? Someone who knows this, how to do these things in smart ways. If distance to endpoint is greater than the distance to out point, so the curve on the track is facing the wrong way, is flipped. Then we want to say we can't just say endpoint equals outpoint and outpoint equals endpoint. We could make var temp endpoint, var temp outpoint, and then we can say temp endpoint. Oh, actually, I pushed the insert button. Let's call these new endpoint and go new endpoint and new outpoint, and then new endpoint and new outpoint, distance endpoint, and we can do this. New endpoint and new outpoint. If distance to endpoint is greater than distance to outpoint, endpoint equals new outpoint and outpoint equals new endpoint. Perfect. Else endpoint equals new endpoint and out point equals new out point. Okay, so that should then at least give us, it won't behave properly, but it might just, okay, the direction is now wrong. Distance to endpoint equals live train engine global position. Direction to the new endpoint. If the distance to the endpoint is greater than the distance to the outpoint, the endpoint is the outpoint, and the outpoint is the endpoint, or the endpoint is the outpoint, and then we do these diagonalities, but they don't work. Do that. That works. That works, but it incorrectly calculates the next cell. So how do we know? This is where we had to do all those calculations before. I guess we could just do them. If endpoint dot x is greater than endpoint dot outpoint dot x, if outpoint dot x, sorry, outpoint dot x is greater than endpoint dot x, so it's moving right. And then say if outpoint dot z is greater than outpoint endpoint dot z moving, I don't know whether to do it like this, right and down, direction equals vector 3 dot right. Moving right and down, but we are moving right. Then, so we're moving right. That's definitely, oh, I wonder if there's a way to just figure it out based on, there probably is. I'm not smart enough for that. So I'm just gonna do it the dumb way. So this could be right, but it also could be, this is actually down, isn't it? Oh no, this is where we got into trouble last time. We do this thing, we do this, and we say this is the endpoint and this is the outpoint. So x is greater than the thing and z is greater than the thing, but also that gives the same result. I kind of just want to get this and call it local endpoint, local outpoint, and then say var local endpoint rotated and local outpoint. So then we can work these on the maybe we can just do them on the value because they should be 0.5s. If local endpoint dot x equals negative 0.5, out point is on the left. And that's where it is. So the out direction equals vector 3 dot left. elif local out point dot x equals 0.5. Out point is on the right. Direction equals vector 3 dot right. elif local out point dot z equals. This will be interesting once you get into the third dimension. Top dot forward. I don't know why forward and back are confusing. Wow, we did it. I'm sure we did it. Okay, that didn't work. Let's have a look. What happens when we... direction, so the local out point 0xyz is 0.5. Oh, whoops. Why is the local out point? Why though? Oh, because it's not rotated. Okay, let's... That's good. That's good. That's a good point. That's a good local in point and a local out point. And then we need var local in var new endpoint equals these two plus local point, and we will say in and out. Okay, local out point dot x equals 0.5. Seems good, man. Whoa, why is the train so big though? I like it. Nice. Nice. But it didn't flip it correctly. That's because... And we also need to flip these. So var local in flip temp. Oh geez, temp local in equals local endpoint var temp local out equals local out point. And then we need to say local endpoint equals temp local out, and local out point equals temp local in. Ay, ay, ay. So it does pick the next cell, and that seems to work, except it wasn't flipped. So it's, if I do this and then I do that, now which way are you going? Dang you. Dang you all to heck. Temp local in equals local in. Temp local out equals local out. Local in equals temp local out. So we flip them, but it doesn't do anything. It's hard to know which way things go. And also why the train doesn't rotate and look the right way. Okay, why did you want to go that way? Because the ins and outs are flipped. Distance to endpoint equals live direction to new endpoint. Distance to out point equals live train engine dot global position dot direction to new out point. If the distance to the endpoint is greater than the distance to the out point, the track is flipped. Let's put a little ball here. I'm going to var flipped track, which is a ball equals false. Print flipped track, and then flipped track equals true. Else print correct direction flipped track equals false. And then maybe we say when we update this path, current rail segment, path follow, progress ratio, float delta equals var train delta of type float equals can you do ternary operators where you go flipped track question mark truthy value. I don't know, 0.25 if track flipped, was it flipped track train delta equals negative 0.25 train delta. I don't know if this is going to work. Seems to not really be handling the jandling. We almost need to, in the rail manager, which is kind of crazy, but we're going to go for rail or for key in rail tiles. Var rail equals, do we really need to do this? Okay, rail tiles key debug draw 3D dot draw arrow path. I don't know what that does. No. Oh, maybe a packed vector 3 array is rail dot rail dot path 3D dot curve dot get baked points. This might be really bad. Let's just see what happens. Hey! Oh wow. Can we change the size of this behemoth? Arrow size 0.05. Okay, so they're just again not rotated in the, these are just local coordinates. Ay ay ay. Curve 3D. Get baked with rotation. Transform. Okay, so all that's in local space. And this is maybe not worth doing all this for. There must just be a quick thing that says get this point in space. And yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. Draw. Line path. Again, these values are not global. And we can't get them, eh? Don't think so. Okay. That's what's cool about Unity, man. You put the things down and I could see the curves in the gizmos, you know? Because there is no like editor representation of the scene. Don't quite know why I was being like, dude, if the endpoint is further away than the out point, then flip everything around. Let's draw this draw arrow, and we're going to make it train direction global position plus vector 3 train direction times 2, and we're going to 0.05. Okay, it's a little long. And then do the color arrow color equals color dot green. Oh, we can't do things like that, can we? Var arrow color equals color dot blue. If flipped track arrow color equals color dot crimson arrow color. So that's not a non-flipped track. says it's blue, that seems fine. And now it says this track, flipped track, okay. Okay, so that was the other thing we want to then do is set the current rail segment here to thing, or the current rail segment equals 1.0. So this now, okay, it's flipped and it's working. It didn't quite get the next track piece though. Interesting. See how far we can get around this track. Tricky trains. Okay, so it didn't detect that was going the different way. So it's like the distance to that point was just didn't figure that out. Correct direction. So I can reproduce this by making one go that way and going, okay, distance to endpoint, we will continue. Where's the continue button? Okay, so it's going this way and then it just doesn't detect the next cell. That's interesting. Continue. It just got there and it didn't. Debugger. Where's our console? Oh, did it stop again? No? Interesting. So it didn't ever say, oh, okay. So now when it's gone flipped, the question is, okay, so we can do a var distance traveled, which is a float and is equal to 0.0. So we can also say distance traveled equals 1.0. Oh no. We can just go distance traveled equals 0.0. We do this no matter what, right? And then we always add, we go distance traveled plus equals train delta times delta. And then to say if distance traveled equals 1, so we've got a uniform thing to say, okay, we're traveling that way, is greater than or equal to 1. Whoa. Okay, so this is no longer. Ooh, flipped track. So it realized it was flipped, but then it, oh look, it's figured out how to go that way. Why is it? Okay, it's totally fucked. it did know to do that, and then it didn't know to do that. So this distance check is just completely wrong, I think. Distance to endpoint. New endpoint. Is it because of global position or something? What are you saying? He's saying something's wrong? Oh, that kind of worked. That didn't work. Yeah, I need to eat, have a snack. I'm enjoying this process as much as it seems super frustrating. It is very interesting. This is the thing. Here's the trap. Here's part of the trap, right? We're using these curves because they exist. I was like, oh, there's curves and you can interpolate along a curve. It's built into Godot. It was like the first thing I looked at. But it didn't exist when we did the Raylan one, so we just figured out something else. And that did work. You know, this does have the ability to work. But it's interesting that I would just like default to looking at, oh, there's a built-in solution, so I'll just use that. And then it turns out that solution is actually quite hard to get to work. So you don't, because it's there, you think, oh, it's going to be. Why also does the train. Train engine dot rotation equals to 3.0. I don't know if this is the thing that will work. It's also interesting that like making train stuff is hard. Oh, that did help. Why though like that though? And then this one doesn't work. This is not easy necessarily. Yeah, might go grab a snack. Yeah, actually, how long have we been at this? 2.5 hours. Maybe I will take a little break, take the dogs out for a little walk, clear the head a little. This one plus this one plus this one plus this one equals Tokyo Drift. So that's the endpoint, there's the out point. Are we doing something weird like moving the train, set in and out points? This should be global position, eh? It's interesting though that it print distance to n plus string distance in 0, distance out is 0. Okay. It's in negative. Ah, it's the absolute distance. Distance to endpoint minus distance to outpoint is greater than 0? ASB bank. Man, everything is just solved through the debugging. Invalid operands. Vector 3. Oh, why are these? Oh, direction 2. Come on, man. No wonder that was confusing. No wonder that was confusing. No wonder that was confusing. Yeah. Flip track. It seems to be doing it. I love why is it rotating like that? Hey, it's technically doing it. It's just this curve madness. And it's so slow. Let's make this much faster. Four times faster, maybe. Now comes this build this track 50 million times. Although you could actually just put this track in. Why is it doing that? Why is it drifting around the corners? Why though? Is this something to do with the curve? All I had to do was walk to the fridge and back to get that thing that I needed. 3D. Oh, it is doing something weird. It's something to do with this. Oh, is this? No, tilt is 0. I don't know why it does this. Like it puts that weird thing on there. N X. Okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't work really. Oh, that's where we need it. Negative 0.5. Is this gonna now? Still doing a little thing. Maybe we just force the thing to be. We just do this. on the update loop. Come on, man. Oh yeah, if there is a train engine. It's like, it really wants to do it. It's like these weird little flickers. It's because we're doing this distance traveled counter. The train delta, this distance traveled should be the absolute value equals, so this is going from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. How do you calculate that? Drifty rails. If the flipped track, then the traveled distance traveled equals 1 minus 1.0 minus current rail segment dot path to follow 3D dot progress ratio. The absolute value of that equals well, this is going down, so 1 minus starts off at 1 minus 1 is 0. I think it's to 1 minus 0. I don't know whether that's the right maths or not. Distance traveled equals current rail segment dot path to follow 3D dot progress ratio. I think this is wrong, but we'll try it out. Okay, it's cool. It's just doing some weird scheisse on these corner rails, which just are a bit bug. Oh yeah, they've got that bug now. What? Why though? Why though? Yeah, if I make this 0, 0, 0, 0.001, it does that. You can see, like, I don't know why these are like that. Oh, the train life. Oh, a little flip. A little, does it do a little? It does a little tiny little flip because these things are just like, I don't know what this thing is, why it's causing that problem. To clear it off, we're gonna just comment out these, and then we should be able to draw whatever kind of rail we want, right? Oh, except we don't have enough room to build the rail. What happens if we do that? Still does these flickers. It moves along the thing. Wow, that's pretty cool. Let's make the level a little bit chunkier. We can go to the grid map. We can go to the grid map. We can choose the block, go down a level. Oh, nice timing for the... We'll just expand this bad boy a little bit so we can make an interesting little thing. Play. Oh, we can't really see it. Okay, that'll do. Why is there a line there? Oh, better not run out of space. That is fine. This is a fine little railway. Choo-choo! Oh, why are you still doing those little glitchies? Hehe! Whoa, okay, sorry. Yeah, we need some of this. Does some weird flip out sometimes when it gets to the edge. Must be clamping the T value or something. It's probably just it grows bigger than the thing. It's pretty cool with the 3D. Hey Godot, man. We've only actually been working at this for like 6 hours or something. So that's actually a pretty good result. I want to fix that bug. Let's go current rail segment dot path. We did it. Ratio equals clamp F value. Oh, I don't have to write this thing out each time. We just say if current rail segment dot path to follow 3D dot progress ratio is greater or equal to minus 1.0. So the absolute value of this minus 1.0. So it's if it's 1, minus 1 is 0. And if it's 0, minus 1 is negative 1? What? 1 minus. So if it's 1 minus 1, it's 0. Or if it's 1 minus 0, it's 0. What? It's less than or equal to 0. Print 0. Dot path to poly 3D dot progress ratio equals dang it. Var absolute distance equals absolute 1.0 minus current rail segment dot path to follow 3D dot progress ratio if absolute distance is less than 0. Shucks, this still doesn't help. Oh, we still need to do if track, flipped track, current rail segment equals 0.0, else current rail segment dot path to follow 3D dot progress ratio equals 1.0. Is this like a really complicated way of clamping stuff with this? Okay, man. Nice to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Oh yeah, we don't overflow. We did it. Ah, it flips. It flips. Ugh, that's so annoying. Corner rail. Corner straight rail 3D. It's all looks kind of good. Corner rail. I don't know if it still looks good. Whoa, interesting. Maybe all that stuff was wrong. Interesting. What did I do? I had it running a moment ago. What else? What did I do? Wow. So something to do with this. And then it returns on itself. Oh, it's getting the wrong. It doesn't know how to It's not getting the direction correctly. So if local point, out point, continue. Local out point equals. Ah, that's why, because I changed them in the actual path follow 3D stuff. Corner rail. This cannot be, because this is an important value. Okay. It's got that same thing. Nice. Same daisy trains bug. Gotta lay the track faster, 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 faster. The train is coming. Where has those little conniptions? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty nice. All right. It's lunchtime. We'll take the dogs out. Save it up. Kill the stream.